There's this guy in my grade named Kyle. Kyle thinks he's the main character because his dad is rich and bought him a brand new sports car. He spent the whole semester making fun of my trash laptop, an old, beat-up Asus that I use for coding and gaming. He called it a dinosaur every single day. Last Friday, during our computer science final, Kyle, accidentally, spilled his entire protein shake right onto my keyboard. My laptop sparked, the screen went black, and I lost all my work. Kyle just laughed and said, "Oops, guess you need a real computer now, peasant." The teacher didn't see it happen, and Kyle thought he won. But he forgot one thing. I'm the guy who manages the school's private Minecraft server and the Wi-Fi network for the student lounge. I didn't get mad, I just went home, grabbed my brother's gaming laptop, and spent the night doing some maintenance. The next day, during the big school assembly, Kyle was supposed to give a presentation about leadership. He plugged his fancy, expensive MacBook into the projector, ready to flex. But as soon as he hit play, my script kicked in. Instead of his presentation, a massive video started playing on the big screen. It was security footage from the computer lab showing Kyle clearly pouring the shake on my laptop while laughing. Then, the screen changed to show Kyle's search history from the school Wi-Fi. Turns out, the cool guy spent hours searching for how to get a girlfriend and why don't people like me. The entire gym exploded in laughter. Kyle turned redder than a Ferrari. He tried to unplug the laptop, but I had locked the system. The principal was standing right there. Kyle got suspended for property damage and had to pay for my new laptop. I didn't just get a replacement, I got a top-tier gaming F15 with a 40 series GPU. Kyle's aura is officially dead, and I'm now the most feared guy in the IT department. Don't mess with the guy who controls the Wi-Fi. I've been reselling electronics and branded clothes since I was 14. In this business, you learn one thing fast: if a deal looks too good to be true, it's probably a scam. Last week, I saw a listing for a brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max for only $400. The seller said he needed money urgently for his car repair. I knew it was suspicious, but I decided to meet him in a public parking lot just to see. When I got there, the guy looked nervous. He handed me the box. It was perfectly sealed. He said, "I don't have much time, just give me the cash and it's yours." I looked him in the eye and said, "Hold on, let me check the serial number first." My aura was calm, but he started sweating. I pulled out my phone to verify the IMEI, and suddenly, the guy grabbed the box back and shouted, "You're wasting my time." He tried to run to his car, but he tripped over a curb and dropped the box. It burst open, and instead of an iPhone, a bunch of heavy metal bolts and a piece of wood fell out. He had literally weighted the box to make it feel real. I just stood there, pulled out my phone, and started recording. I said, "Nice hustle, bro, but your business model has zero aura." He scrambled into his car and sped off so fast he almost hit a trash can. I didn't get a phone, but I kept my $400 and got a viral video of a scammer failing. In the reselling world, your best tool isn't your cash, it's your ability to spot a clown from a mile away. Most people look at a thrift store or a garage sale and see junk. I look at it and see a gold mine. 2 weeks ago, I was walking through a local flea market when I saw a pair of beat-up, dusty sneakers sitting in a box of old toys. The seller was an old lady who just wanted to clear out her attic. She was selling everything in the box for $5. I took a closer look at the shoes. They were covered in dirt, but I recognized the stitching and the logo instantly. They were original Stone Island X New Balance collaboration sneakers. I didn't act excited. I kept my aura completely neutral. I handed her the $5, took the shoes, and walked away. When I got home, I spent 3 hours carefully cleaning them with a professional kit. Under all that dust, the suede was perfect. I did my research. These shoes in this condition were trending on StockX and grailed for over $500. I posted them on my Instagram store, and within 2 hours, I had a buyer from the capital offering me full price. My friends told me I was just lucky. But it's not luck, it's about knowing the difference between trash and treasure. While my classmates were spending their money on video game skins, I turned $5 into a week's worth of profit. In the reselling game, your eyes are your most valuable asset. Stay hungry, stay Sigma. My older brother got married last summer. His wife, Sarah, is great, but her mother is a total nightmare, a professional, Karen. For context, Sarah's family has this weird, old-school tradition. The mother of the bride is supposed to take the first bite of the wedding cake before the couple. Sarah hated this rule, but her mom insisted, saying it would bring bad luck otherwise. During the reception, the cake was brought out. It was a massive, 5-tier masterpiece that cost $3,000. Before the photographer could even take a photo, Sarah's mom marched up to the cake with a fork in her hand. But my brother had a plan. He knew she'd try something, so he had the bakery make a small, decoy cake that looked exactly like the top tier, but it was filled with blue-dyed mustard and extreme hot sauce. As soon as her fork hit that decoy cake and she took a huge bite, her face went from smug to bright purple in 2 seconds. She tried to scream, but only blue mustard came out. She had to run to the bathroom, and she stayed there for the rest of the night. The couple cut the real cake, everyone cheered, and we got the most hilarious wedding photos in history. My brother told her it was a new tradition for people who try to ruin weddings. She hasn't spoken to us since, and honestly, it's the best wedding gift we could have asked for. I was walking home under the old city bridge last Friday when I saw something strange. Tucked behind a rusty pillar was a heavy, silver suitcase. I opened it, and my heart nearly stopped. It was filled with neat stacks of $100 bills. There must have been at least $50,000 inside. For a second, I thought about all the things I could buy. But then I saw a small business card inside with a phone number and a simple note, "If found, please call." This is all we have. I didn't hesitate. I called the number, and an hour later, an elderly couple met me at a nearby cafe. They looked exhausted and terrified. When I handed them the suitcase, the woman started crying. They explained that this was their entire life savings, which they had accidentally left while moving houses. The man reached into the bag, pulled out $5,000, and tried to give it to me. I refused, saying I just did what was right. But then, the man smiled, put the money back, and pulled out a different envelope. He said, "The suitcase was a test. We actually found it ourselves years ago and used it to see who is still honest in this world. The money inside is real, but it's part of a foundation we run." He then handed me a check for $10,000 and a letter of recommendation for any university in the country. He told me that honesty has a higher aura than any amount of stolen cash. I went home that day with a clear conscience and a future I never expected. Karma is real, guys. Always do the right thing.